Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Olga is here. For those of you who haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the bell as well to get the latest notifications about the videos I post out there for you guys. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the Pretty Little Planner by Too Faced. This is Pretty Little Planner by Too Faced. This is the box that it came in. I have already taken it out of the box. What you get in this set are the stickers. So you get the planner, you get this kind of like a zip-up book where the planner goes, as well as your makeup. And this is the palette itself. This is what she looks like. Going to show you the colors. This palette is available only at Ulta. It's exclusive to Ulta. This palette retails for $42, and they're saying on Ulta's website that this is the value of $198. I don't really like when brands do that. You're paying less than what we really should be asking for. I don't really like that practice. I wish they didn't do that. It's either this price or not at all. So it is $42 in my mind. It's not even close to that value of $198. I would never have paid that much for it. The shelf life of this palette is 12 months. It is made in China. The total weight of these eyeshadows, 14.55 grams. If you divide it into 15, you get 0.97 grams per eyeshadow. I wish that was actually like 1 gram exactly. I kind of feel a little bit, I don't know, I'm surprised that it's just 97 and 0.97 and not 1 gram in total. It also comes with this Better Than Sex Mascara. And let me open her up. I know this mascara. I'm going to talk about this mascara. We're definitely going to create a look, and then we're going to definitely talk about my final words and verdict. I will give you all of the information on what I think about this and how I feel about this. But let's go ahead and jump into the swatches, and then we'll be right back. As usual, I prime my arm with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I swatch with an e.l.f. brush. In between the swatches, I clean my brush in the color switch. There is always a finger swatch followed by the brush swatch. No matter of the price or the quality of the eyeshadows, I give them all the same treatment, be that expensive eyeshadows or cheap eyeshadows from the drugstore. I swatch them always in the same fashion. So I will show you the swatches, and then we'll be right back and do some kind of look. So I'll see you soon. Have done the swatches, let me talk a little bit about certain things that you might have noticed. When I was swatching Snooze You Lose color, I must have either gone in with the finger a little bit hard, which is why there is a little bit of the fallout on the arm as well as my desk. So if you see that, I think I went a little bit too hard. Also, something else I noticed about these eyeshadows is that they are somewhat dry. I was kind of expecting a bit more wet feeling, I suppose, but that's not what I was getting. And their textures do feel different, so it's not like they're all dry and hard. Some of them are dry and soft, like for instance that Snooze You Lose. I think that's what happened, is this one is pressed softer. It's a softer press, I think, and that's what happened. Is I was going through all of these colors and they're pretty dry and hard, and so I was digging my finger in too hard. Some colors, I mean, they are pretty. They are definitely pretty. So we're going to play with these colors and see how they actually work. First, I'm going to go ahead and take this Real Technique brush and I'm going to go into this Why Not color. I'm going to apply her all over my lids as my transition shade. To my trusted Wayne Goss, and I'm going to go into the color Coffee first, and I'm going to apply this color into my crease. I'm going to go into the color Silent Night and apply her onto the outer corner of my eye. Seeing that much of a vibrant color on my lid, so I'm going to go into my trusted Too Faced glitter glue and I'm going to apply some of this onto my eyelids, because I always try, even if it's just a shimmery eyeshadow, metallic, whatever, I think it's just a good, kind of like a good practice to always apply some glitter glue, or, you know, I have primed my eyes, but I still go in with a glitter glue. I think it just does a better job when you're trying to work with some of these shimmery shades. I'm going to go into the Elfie Selfie right there and apply her into the inner portion of my eyelid, and I will just press the color on. So this shade is pretty. I mean, undeniably, this is a pretty color. But I just want a little bit of more definition in this area right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Snooze You Lose shade and I'm going to apply her into this, tuck it into this outer core and see what happens. Sometimes when you start working with a certain color, this is what I notice when I work with eyeshadows, is I have certain plans for the look, but the eyeshadow behaves in a different way, and sometimes in the process you kind of like say, maybe I should change my mind and just go with the flow of the eyeshadow. So this is what I'm noticing in this Snooze You Lose. I just initially wanted to leave it right here, but it kind of felt like just right to kind of extend it and really arch it this way. It just kind of asked me to do that. I can't explain it, but this is what I feel like. I feel like sometimes you have a plan to go for a certain look and then that plan changes depending on how the eyeshadows perform and how they behave. Take the color Rise and Shine and I will put it right here to highlight my brow bone. This is a very pretty color. I feel like it's sometimes you really need that highlight to bring the look together. I kind of feel like once you apply the brow bone highlight, kind of things sort of they kind of flow together nicer, they work together. I'm going to go into the Coffee first again, and I will tuck her into my lower eyelid area, going with this favorite Wayne Goss teensy little brush. I'm going to go back to the Silent Night because I feel like it is a pretty color. And it's a glittery, shimmery color, but I kind of want to give it another chance to see if I can kind of make it more intense now that I have Snooze You Lose for that definition of the crease. She's pretty. She's pretty. I'm going to go in with this number 12 Sephora brush, and it's a clean brush, and I will just use it to blend my work. When I blend, I try to go in with like small circular motions to diffuse those harsh lines. Especially paying close attention to this lower area right here. I feel like there is a lot of the real estate in terms of the skin that sometimes gets neglected, and I'm trying these days to be like more detailed in my work and try to pay more attention to those details. Okay, so now that the eyeshadows are done, I'm going to go into this Better Than Sex Mascara. I have to say it's quite a bold claim. And I've had this one before because it either came in one of these samples or something. I don't know, I got it somehow. I remember having it. And let's see how it's going to work out with this look. Going to apply the mascara onto the lower lashes because, as I have mentioned before, with these types of clunky ones, as you can see, this is just too much. I feel like this really jeopardizes the situation and the look. Like I could almost feel like I'm going to bump my skin accidentally, and I just don't want to jeopardize the look by that. I will show you what I'm talking about. Let's compare it real quick to this Wet n Wild mascara, and I'll show you the wand. So as you can see right here, do you see the difference? I think that the ones that are a bit more neat and a bit more fine and organized and give you nice lash separation versus these hairy, I call these ones kitty cat beasts. I mean, it's like a hairy bushy Maine Coon tail on this one, and it's just, I mean, it seems like it would be harder to manage. I think that I prefer things like that. Of course, nothing beats Roller Lash Benefit mascara, but I understand that there are others that are good, and we need to give them a fair chance. But just know, if you like this sort of thing, you might enjoy it, but it's not for me. So this eye look is complete. I mean, I didn't do anything fancy with like eyeliner. I didn't put any eyeliner into the waterline because I'm trying to just do a quick look and give these eyeshadows a fair test and a fair chance. So as I shown before, it comes in this pretty box. Gives you all the names, all the descriptions, ingredients of the eyeshadows. This does remind me See's Candies. I love See's Candies. I have to give Too Faced thumbs up for the creativity and the packaging. It's super, super cute. I mean, you cannot just leave it on a shelf. It is very sellable. This looks great. These are the stickers that the package comes with. I think it's cute, but honestly, if I had a little sister or somebody like niece or someone, I would just give these to her. I mean, I just don't find that I would use something like this. The book is super cute and I like the color of this. And then these tassels here are wrapped into this paper, into the wax paper, which is nice. It's protecting them. So they really have put a thought into their packaging. Then you open this up and you see this small mirror right there with a heart. There is like a little pocket right here on the side, which is really, really cute. You also have a pocket right here, a pretty deep pocket. And then you have this planner. This is what the planner looks like. And then inside of the planner, there is like a guide for the 3 or 4 looks that you could do. There's like a summer, fall and winter look and spring. Let me just find it for you. So these are the looks. So what I did today is I've taken this look and I've kind of changed it up a little bit, because we added the Snooze You Lose color for the outer eyelid for more definition and depth, and also I did the brow highlight color 4 looks in here for every season of the year. You have little room for your notes right there. Again, this is what the palette looks like. The criticism I would give them is that they did not give us a mirror right here. And it's pretty basic. I mean, it's pretty basic. I know it's a limited edition kind of thing, so maybe that's why they didn't feel like investing into $30 or packaging. But I just feel like it would be nice to have a mirror. Like, even like if they took this mirror and somehow had it be on, like, instead of this pretty little golden heart, have a mirror right here. I mean, I know it totally wouldn't work with this type of packaging because this is just cardboard, but it still would be nice. I know it would be kind of, it's a tiny mirror, but I think it would be nice. Personally, I would have preferred a full-size mirror, although not all of us use those mirrors, but it's nice. I think it's nice. It just adds something to the palette when the mirror is in there. The palette I would approve. If you have the right tools to work with eyeshadows, you can make the eyeshadows work. If you don't have good brushes, it's going to be hard for somebody to enjoy this palette. I feel like the textures of some of these colors, I don't find them that easily blendable. You have to really work with them. And because they are pressed differently, it seems to me like you really have to play with this palette to know how it's going to perform. So on that note, it's a conditional approval, meaning if you have the right tools and if you are a die-hard fan for Too Faced, and they are a good brand. I certainly like their products. I mean, they have good stuff. And this is very cute. This is very cute. Is this an absolute necessity, and do these colors excite me? I mean, there are colors. I mean, I already have so many palettes that for me, maybe these are not that exciting, but I do like the way the colors are organized. They are cute. You get 15 of them. The price is $42, which seems to be reasonable comparatively speaking to the market of this type of amount of eyeshadow. And they are not bad. I don't want to say, ooh, you know, don't get this palette or something. Like I said, if you have the right tools, you can make the eyeshadows work. You just need to have the right tools. It doesn't have to be specific brand. Like, I use Wayne Goss and I use Real Technique brushes. I use e.l.f. brushes. e.l.f. brushes are actually pretty good. You can get decent results with them. And also, don't forget that if you want to see kind of like more intensity with glittery eyeshadows, with toppers, with shimmers, it's always a good idea to apply a glitter glue. It doesn't have to be Too Faced glitter glue. I just happen to have this one and I happen to like it, and that's what I use. But I seem to be always happy regardless of the brand and regardless of the claims. There could be the most best possible toppers out there. If you bypass the important steps to get to that point, then you will have fallout and they will crease and all of that. So if you just kind of follow the kind of a standard good tips and good practice in applying the eyeshadows, I think that you would be happier with the result. Now this guy right here, I don't approve this particular products, but I do approve these eyeshadows. They are nice. Like I said, it's a conditional approval. You can use some of these colors as blushes, as your highlighters. You don't have to just use it as eyeshadows. Try to think of more creative ways how to utilize the eyeshadows, because some of these eyeshadows you probably will not be using as often as others, depending on your skin tone. You might say, oh, well, I really like the purples, but I don't really dig the pink one, or I don't really do this on my eyeshadow as my eyeshadow. Try to think of the ways how you would utilize these colors to get the best usage out of the palette. Some of these can really double up as highlighters and the contour, or like a blusher. So try to think of it that way. That's what I do with any palette. I look at it and I say, okay, what can I do with this palette? So like I said, guys, it was fun. I do think that this is fun. This feels really good too. And it is definitely creative. Again, for me, these two items just wouldn't make sense because one, I wouldn't be able to fit anything into this planner. There's not enough room in there. And also, these are, I don't know, I don't need them. So anyways, guys, with all of that said, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And leave me your questions, your comments in the section down below. I will see you all in my next video. I love you. Bye!